All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're looking at something genuinely unique. We're going to completely deconstruct a really brief yet incredibly profound and honestly kind of mysterious cosmic transmission. It comes to us from a channel known as Space Pro 5G. Through these slides, we're going to break down exactly what happens when the absolute grandest questions of our science universe literally collide with the quirky digital artifacts of modern communication. So get comfortable, clear your head for a second, and let's get ready to look at a source that asks us to confront the very nature of existence itself. Okay, let's dive into this. Who created the universe? Just let that existential weight hang in the air for a second. This right here is the actual title of our source material, and man, it wastes absolutely zero time. It doesn't ask you about the weather. It doesn't care about local politics. Boom. It immediately hits us with the ultimate question. It's literally the driving force behind all our astrophysics, cosmology, and our whole drive to figure out the science of the universe. When we confront this question, we're instantly pulled away from our everyday stress and basically forced to look up at the infinite dark of the night sky. Moving right along to our first major theme, the ultimate question, confronting the infinite. Next up, we shift gears to Earth and solar system, the local address. Now, you might be wondering, how do we even begin to process this? The source material operates on this crazy macro scale that's frankly almost impossible for our human brains to really conceptualize. It promises a discussion spanning the entirety of everything that ever was. But, and this is key, it doesn't just leave us floating out there in the infinite void. Instead, it starts this dizzying, rapid descent. The very first anchor we get is this tag, #solar-system. Just think about that progression for a moment. We're going from the entirety of the created universe, zooming way down past billions of galaxies, flying past nebulas, right down into the gravity well of our specific little yellow dwarf star. The source uses this tag to remind us of our immediate stellar neighborhood. Suddenly, we're no longer everywhere at once, we're somewhere highly specific in the grand machinery of space. And here is the next step in our visual zoom inward #Earth. From the wider solar system, we're flying past the gas giants, whipping right past the asteroid belt, and we arrive right here, our singular, fragile, intimate blue home planet. Just within the title and these basic tags of the source material, we've essentially traveled from the unanswerable origins of all creation directly down to the dirt beneath our feet. The focus has narrowed down to an absolute laser point. Notice the really stark juxtaposition happening within the source text itself. We've got the ultimate cosmic question, the deep science of the universe's creation, mapped directly onto the hyper-intimate, everyday reality of human life. We're directly contrasting the freezing, infinite vacuum of space with the warm, familiar, and honestly super personal environment where you're probably sitting right now to consume an explainer like this. It's this massive, head-on collision between the macro and the micro. Which brings us to the core of this whole thing, the living room transmission, a cosmic secret. So when you actually look at the raw data of the source, it reads kind of like a cryptic artifact, right? Just struggling to make its way through the intense static of digital space communication. I really want to frame this as what it actually feels like to experience. A mysterious, almost poetic transmission delivered straight from the cosmos, slipping through our digital devices and landing right in our personal space. The transcript kicks off with this fragmented, stuttering little phrase, "Me too to pass." It's almost hushed, like a true linguistic deconstruction. It doesn't even form a perfect grammatical sentence, and honestly, perhaps that's exactly the point. When you're trying to tackle a question as mind-bendingly huge as who created the universe, our standard language just completely breaks down. This stuttering text feels exactly like a corrupted signal from deep space, just a voice struggling to articulate a message across an unimaginably huge divide. The signal pushes on the and your. You can really feel the suspense building here just through the weird pacing of the words. This breakdown of language totally mirrors the absolute difficulty of comprehending the vastness of the cosmos. It's directional, right? It's pointing towards something, but the subject is entirely missing. It's basically this incomplete thought drifting through the digital ether, guiding that massive cosmic question closer and closer to a deeply personal destination. And then, boom, we hit the final piece of the fragment. Living room now. This is the ultimate grounding moment. And frankly, there's a kind of dry, almost surprising humor in how utterly mundane this final destination is when you compare it to the total vastness of space. The immediate everyday reality of these words completely shatters the infinity we kicked off with. The transmission has finally landed. That giant cosmic question has traveled through the #solar system, through #Earth, pushed past all the digital static, and has arrived exactly in your living room, right in this exact fleeting moment of now. So the absolutely crucial point is when we look at the entire enigmatic transmission put together, me too to pass the in your living room now. Seriously, just listen to that for a second. It is weird, it is quiet, and it has this totally bizarre emotional resonance to it. It's like a message straight from the void that completely bypasses traditional logic and hits straight at the strange reality of our modern existence. A reality where we can sit around pondering the creation of the universe while literally just chilling on our couch looking at a screen. If we were going to define what we actually just looked at, we really have to recognize the totally abstract nature of this source text. It functions as a literal transmission. It is a fragment of communication that acts as this bizarre, yet honestly kind of beautiful bridge. It completely connects the unimaginably large universe, that whole realm of creators and infinite science, directly with your immediate present, your everyday domestic reality. It's this perfect reminder that we aren't actually separate from the universe, you know? The universe is happening right there, right inside your living room. Which brings us right back to square one. Who created the universe? After zooming all the way in from the infinite cosmos down to your living room, filtering through these fragmented digital whispers, well, the question just feels a little different now, doesn't it? It's no longer just some distant scientific problem, it's a mystery that actually surrounds you right in your immediate space. So as you go about the rest of your day today, I really want you to hold on to that profound, lingering thought. Take a second to think about your own personal, quiet connection to the vast cosmos right there in your own room. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and definitely keep asking the big questions.